right heroes could make all the difference.
Spider trouble.
On your toes. Here they come. Time to train.
Chin up.
Love battlefield medicine. We've got a spider problem.
This is one thing I don't understand. This is one thing I don't understand. So check this out, right? So he glides over here, right? The Winter Soldier is over here by himself, right? He's over here by himself, right? I am fighting Winter Soldier over here, and I see him. He's behind him. I guess because he has no health. Maybe that's why. Maybe because he's weak on health or whatever. But he could literally just throw an Onk down right here and just destroy this guy, right? He misses. He didn't throw the Onk down. Did he not have it? Maybe he didn't have it. Maybe, can I not see whether I can't see his skills. Oh no, I can see his skills. He has an Onk available. He doesn't throw the Onk. He hits him with this. He misses his shot. He misses another shot. Then he hits him with the shot. Then he misses another shot. And then he runs away. I kill the guy. Yo, what's up, Tez? I kill the guy, but God, all you had to do was throw an Onk down on the ground and melt him. He wasn't even looking at you. Just throw an Onk down and melt him. We came out of that. Both of us came out of it alive. He got healed, so it's cool. Penny. Penny is, for whatever reason, setting up here in the corner. Why is Penny setting up in the corner? I was over here, and I'm just confused as to why you're setting up in the corner. You're throwing down mines on this thing up here. For what? What is this doing? This is doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're tanking a corner when we're supposed to be going in here or going around the back and going in, right? I'm like, for what? Like, what are you doing over here? I hit, what's the name by accident? I don't know what. F puts on follow convoy, which you can't do, so it shouldn't even move the camera. But does this heal her while she's like attached to it? Maybe it heals while she's attached to it. I don't know. What do you attach yourself to the wall for? And just leave yourself attached to the wall? For what? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you? Why would you leave yourself attached to the wall? Like, yeah, but like, why would you leave yourself attached to the wall? For what? He pulls himself over here. He's like, Mm.
Our enemies. Help, friends. You don't have to fight alone. Help. So cold.
Love battlefield medicine.
Sayonara, spider bot. Opposites go.
There you go. There you go.
Unless my life energy flows stronger. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. Hold still. I'm trying to help. You don't have to fight alone.
Oh, there you go. I'm getting healed by dagger from all the way across the map. I appreciate it. But going DPS, you don't need to. So, the thing with dagger, right? The thing with support is unless you're Mantis, you really have no reason to be shooting the enemy unless you're helping someone in a fight, or you're trying to kill someone who has absolutely no health left, like they're trying to get away and they have no health, right? And that's it. That's pretty much the only time you need to be shooting the enemy team. But I see a lot of like daggers or whatever, just it'd be people with full health, tanks with full health, and they just be throwing. They like, look, I can't miss. I can't miss. I'm doing nothing. I'm throwing cotton balls at them pretty much, and not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just doing the damage. I'm fighting the team. I'm helping. Like this is what it's like. Just
I need assistance.
you're gonna be dagger. Focus on healing. If you're going to do damage to someone, just switch to cloak. Do the damage, then switch back. But they're like, I can't miss. I'm long range. Look. Oh wait, that's ours. My bad. My bad. That's ours. I forgot we're a red team. We're a red team. I was about to be like, this person just walked over this goddamn unk.
These spiders are cute, but deadly. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. I'll give you such darkness. The sooner we deliver this, the better. My time to shine.
There you go. There you go.
Against the world.
Bro.
Against the world.
And you ulted straight to the other team.
Thanks. Get ready. Pick up the bad guys.
Why are you fighting? Look behind. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Why are you fighting the team? Turn around.
Armed and dangerous.
Man, I wish people just naturally understood that if you're playing support, just don't. If you're playing support and the only thing in front of you is the other team, you know you're in the wrong spot. You know you're in the wrong spot. You should feel some type of way if all you're looking at on your screen is the other team and you have not turned around to leave yet. You shouldn't even. Where, like, you should be turning around. Where is the people that I'm supposed to be supporting? They not in front of you.
Again.
You have a problem.
Glad to help.
There you go. It's all that red in front of you to support. What are you doing? What are you shooting at? You can't hit him through the wall. All right.
Such darkness. The sooner we deliver this, the better.
Hey, good. You're doing good now.
It's spider time!
No. I don't know. I don't know what that. I mean, I guess I understood what you tried to do. Nope. I mean, maybe that was okay. There you go.
My time to shine. That essence.
All right. Yo, just let go of the trigger. Just relax. Move. Don't you try to attack him. You just. And if. Okay. So, see, this is the problem with holding down the trigger as you're playing a healer, right? You're just holding down the trigger and you're just throwing everything every which way, right? So when you finally need to do like your healing thing, right? Say I'm trying to shoot ball out of the air, right? You hit us with the wall already. But now I'm hit and you've just been like tossing these things. You've just been tossing them left and right. And now you have one left. Now you hit me with one. I'm already getting hit and I'm trying to get away, right? And now you're reloading, right? Now you're reloading as I'm dying. And if you would have saved these things for when like they actually like needed, when you actually needed to throw them, then I would have still been alive because you would have hit me with like 3 or 4 of them, right? As I was running away, and I would have gotten away from this dude. But because you just were willy-nilly tossing them left and right without trying to hit anybody, which is crazy because they track and all you have to do is make sure the bullseye thing is on, or the targeting thing is on the character you're trying to hit. You just wasted them all, and then when I really needed them, you were reloading, and I'm dead now, and you're late, and now you're just tossing these things up in the air that would be most useful for maybe healing this character, right? And now you have to reload again, and you've done almost no healing to this person, right? So now you should kind of be waiting for your wall to come back, right?
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Now you're down to 3, right? Now you threw your wall while you have no ammo left, right? And you hit nothing. Or if you would have waited like 2 seconds for your wall to come back. Now this is probably like advanced stuff for somebody who's new to the game. But like if you pay more attention to how you're shooting and where your cooldowns are, you'll heal on dagger better. Now I don't play dagger a whole lot, but just watching this, I'm able to like deduce these things, because like it's like, all right, if you would have waited 2 seconds for your wall to come back, you'd have been able to hit your tank and maybe some of the other teammates with your wall, right? Which would have given the healing boost, and then you would have been able to heal the tank up in probably like half the amount of shots, and then gave the rest of the shots to the rest of the team if they needed them, or healed after you got the tank to full. I mean, excuse me, reloaded after you got the tank to full, and then been able to be ready for anybody else that was getting ready to get hit with anything. And it's like, that's what you kind of pay attention to, instead of just holding the trigger down and letting all these balls fly all over the place that are not doing anything, or dunking them into the enemy team and they don't really do that much damage. The blades bounce off the walls. Yeah, but they don't be hitting nobody with them Jones. They don't be hitting nobody with them. Like, I'm just watching them Jones bounce off the walls, not hitting nobody. And it's like, you don't need to necessarily bounce them off the walls if you're looking at the character that you want to heal. Like, maybe if you need to bounce it around a corner or something like that, but you really don't need to bounce them Jones off the walls. People just be bouncing them off the walls because they be holding the trigger down and they be so erratic. This is what I'm saying. Like, she's the main healer, right? You were playing Mantis, so it's like you have the ability to heal, but you can't heal everybody because you only get 4 charges, and them Jones don't heal people to full. They heal over time. So like, since she's the main healer, she's supposed to be paying more attention to what she's doing and who she's healing, and being in the back and making sure she's healing everybody. And then like, your heal can like help people get like topped off or whatever with health, and it can help her heal faster. But like, in essence, it's like, why are you in the front shooting at the enemy team? Like, you shouldn't be at the front. Because she couldn't even see that the tank was hurt, because she's up here in the front of the fight, right? The tank is like dipping off, trying to like shoot into the other team, right? Get up there. Now she can't see him. These are only 2 people in front of him, is you and what's his name. And it's like, then the tank is right here. The tank jumps down. But she's just too far up. She's just too far up to be a main healer, yo. You too far up. Like, even if you was far up because like you gotta shoot the other team for crits, like to get crits to get your life orbs back, right? That's the reason why Mantis gotta shoot the other team. But like, to be the main healer, you're way too far up in the front. Like,
I need assistance.
okay, I'm not gonna fault her for that one, because boy just got run over by squirrels. So he was at full health. He definitely healed him up, but she also was holding down the trigger. Tank died, right? Then she's she's healing him, right? He's full health, right? He's full health. She has 10 charges right now. He's full health. Dunking him into him, which doesn't need any health, and then throwing him at the other team, right? Then he gets hit. She throws 1, throws 2. He's back at full. She's now down to 1 charge. He gets hit. She throws the last charge. She's got to reload. She hit him miraculously. She reloads, hits him again, brings him up to full health. He gets hit again. I don't know what he got hit by, to be honest. I don't think he got hit by the squirrels. The squirrels are all the way up here, actually. The squirrels are all the way up there. He got hit by... Oh, he's getting hit by acorns, I think. Oh, he got he got hit by Hawkeye and probably like an acorn or something like that. So that wasn't necessarily her fault. He just got chunked. He just got chunked twice and died. But like, people just literally be holding down the trigger, bro. And then she's still fighting the other team. Heal him, heal him.
Armed and dangerous. Again.
In a lot of cases, I also think she's just positioned in a like very bad way. Like she'd be off in the sides and not really behind the team to be able to like make sure you can see what's going on so that you can heal the right people so you can see them through the walls. Like if people run into rooms, that's not going to be your fault. But if you should kind of be behind in the main area, like in the main area or whatever, or the main like area back here behind the team, or like off on the side where you can, like if the team is right here, you could be off on the side to like take cover and be able to heal your team without having to worry about getting shot and stuff like that. But like to be up in the front and in the middle of the team and trying to fight the enemy team while you're a support is kind of throwing a little bit, you know what I mean? Because like it's easier for the tank and the DPSs, right? Even if they're like, I don't know, not positioned correctly, right? Even if the tank and the DPSs are not positioned well and they're still doing their job, they're doing the thing, they're doing their damage, or they're blocking or whatever, right? They're trying to make sure the tank tries to make sure they take damage or whatever. If the healer back here is not in the right spot or can't see or is not healing or is not like focused on the job of the support by healing and being support, is like supportive damage is not DPS damage. Like I think I'm going to start saying that supportive damage, because definitely the it's not like I think that the healers and the supports or whatever should never do damage, right? It's that they should focus much more on healing than damage. But like when you need to do damage is when, like, I don't know, like when I shouldn't say I don't know, but like when the tank is fighting somebody, when the DPSs are fighting somebody and they're right in front of your face, you heal them up to full and then assist them with fighting the person while doing damage. And then as soon as they get hit, you start healing them again, and then you start going back to doing damage once their health is at full. If they're consistently getting hit, you should be consistently healing them, and then once their health is at full, then you assist them in like attacking the other person that they're fighting. And then like that's how support, like that's support, like, but like a lot of people don't do that. So like it's just, it gets to be rough, and it feels the most rough when it's your healer's not doing it, because that's why I'd be like, well, you just got to play healer. Because if you play healer, it's like, okay, well, at least I know that I'm keeping everybody at max and I'm trying to like assist the people who are fighting other people. But then when you do that, it's like your DPSs run off fighting 1v1s and jumping up on top of things that the healers might not be able to get up on and assist you, or be able to even see you and try to heal you. So then it's like, oh, well, where's my team? And they're like up on the second story of a building running into a room somewhere. And you're like, well, I can't get in there. I got to run around the other side and go up the steps. And by the time I get there, y'all might have lost already. Like, and it's like, you people got to realize that they got to fight. They got to fight the enemy and then leave. Like if they didn't kill the enemy or the enemy is running off, don't chase the enemy. Especially if you're low on health, or if your cooldowns are done, like chase them off and then come back and then get your heals. And then you can like go back around there if the other person comes back, or if they're coming back around the backside or whatever. Come back, get your heals. By the time your cooldowns come back, and then you can fight them again. And maybe they don't have full health, or maybe they went and got a health pack and you can fight them again. But now you're in a better situation because now you're with your healer the next time you have to fight them or something like that. It's just, there's a lot of things that like like people gotta realize about this stuff. And I think it's just the worst when the healers aren't paying attention or doing their job, because it feels like they got disconnected from the game. Like that's same thing with like tanks that are not really out there in the front doing the tank thing. But I think it feels much worse when it's the healers, because even if the tanks are kind of bad and maybe the DPSs are kind of bad, as long as the healers are keeping them alive, then they have more chances to do good things. Where it's like, okay, well, they're doing bad things, but they got more chances to get kills rather than having one or two chances to get a kill, dying, and then going back to spawn because the healer wasn't back there focused on healing. Like that's the way I see it when I heal. So I just feel like it's the easiest role to drop the ball first is healers, because everybody can shoot the enemy team, but it takes somebody who understands how the game works to realize that when you're on healer role or support role, you have to support your team. And if you don't do that, everything falls apart. Like, it falls apart so much faster. You can be the glue that kind of holds things together, even if it's rickety, falling apart already. If you as the healer don't do the thing, then everything just falls apart. You can't even hold it together. Sometimes you can hold it together long enough in pieces to get to the end, but if you can't hold it together, then it falls apart. Like, maybe you're trying to hold it together and the tank falls off, right? But then you still got your DPSs, and then you pick up the tank and stick it back on, right? And you still hold it onto it. But as soon as the healer stops healing, all the pieces just fall to the ground. He definitely should have. Picked a different tank for pushing. But that's the thing. If you're paying attention to what you're doing, you can use Penny to help push. You can put webs down, right, alongside the payload as you fight, until you have something to stand on while you're shooting at stuff. Take better angles so that you can duck behind cover while you're shooting and stuff like that, while you're poking out shooting, and as you're getting hit, you're getting healed, right? And then you're throwing mines down in the front and around the corner and up on like crawling up onto high ground, throwing mines down on the high ground so that they can't really get up there and shoot down on top of us, right? They can do all this type of stuff, but they don't know to do that. They're not like looking at all the things that the character can do to help the team, even if we're using Penny on a push. Like, I've used Penny on a push before, and it was like, oh, this is all right. Like, I could do it this way, but I had to like learn and like experiment with some stuff. Like, it's not the greatest, but like, you can do it. It can work. But if the person is not like utilizing all the tools, then it's not going to work. And if the healer is not healing Penny, then it's really not going to work. I'm about to start playing this game. What are some characters I should start with? You can legit start with any characters you kind of want to start with. You just have to understand the role that you're supposed to play and stick heavily to that role. It's going to be very, very rough in bronze. I'm in bronze right now. It is so rough to get out of bronze because people don't play the game as like a cohesive team, and you don't even really need communication to do stuff. Like, you don't really need the communication. People just need to play the role that they are playing. So if you're playing a healer, right? If you're playing dagger, because dagger, you don't really have to aim. You just have to make sure that your reticle is over the character that you want to hit, right? And you click and it will curve and track that character, right? So, and with dagger, you want to hit your team with the wall, right? She has this wall that gives healing boost. You hit your team or as many people with it, mostly your tank. You prioritize healing your tank. but you try to hit as many of your teammates with that wall as you can, so that way when they're getting healing, it gives them more healing than they would have normally got if they didn't have the wall buff, right? So the wall doesn't heal over time. You hit them with it and then you can heal, and your heals heal harder, right? So you want to focus. I keep saying 99% healing and 1% damage. So when you want to, if you're playing a healer, the only time that you want to damage the enemy really is when the person that you're helping heal is fighting and you're healing them, their health is at full, and then you start hitting the enemy that they're fighting. That way it can help them with DPS as they're like DPSing down the character. If the tank is fighting somebody and you're healing the tank is at full, you hit the other person a couple of times and you go back to healing the tank. Or one of your DPSs is fighting somebody, you heal them up and you start hitting the other person that they're fighting, and then continue to heal them to make sure that they win the fight, right? And then if the other player comes after you, then the DPS is not getting hit and your DPS can do more damage. And as long as your DPS looks out for you because you were looking out for them, and they can fight the other person and hit them in the back, and you just run around and just heal, right? And you should be good. Oh man, is it where they don't play their role or the objective? Yes. Unfortunately, in all team games in low ranks, it's very hard to rank up because people don't do their job, and they don't really play the objective well, right? So you have to be the one most of the time to try to make the best of the situation, but it's hard to do that. As a healer, your DPSs won't be like hitting the right targets, or they won't be playing as a team to kill certain targets. As a tank, maybe your tank is not tanking the way they're supposed to. They're not utilizing all the tools. But also, if you're the healer, you can also be healing. Make sure you're healing the tank up and healing the DPSs so they have more chances to do the things that they're supposed to do if they are doing them right. So like, everybody just has to hard focus on their job, and you can get through most of this stuff. And it's just rough. It's just rough trying to. And it's like none of us are perfect, right? None of us are perfect. I'm not expecting people to play perfectly. I'm just expecting people to focus on doing their job. And if you focus on doing your job, your games will go so much more smoothly. But that doesn't happen that often, like in the lower ranks, because people don't understand like the team dynamic. They don't get that. They're just like, we got to kill the other team so that we can push the payload. And all they're thinking in their head is, I just need to kill as many people as possible, and I need to do as much damage as possible so that we can push the payload. That's the mindset that I think people have, when it should be, okay, we need to selectively kill certain targets. We need to prioritize the squishy enemies. We need to prioritize the healers if the healers are doing really good. We need to prioritize the Iron Man in the sky if he's kicking our ass. We need to prioritize killing the Hawkeye if the Hawkeye is knocking everybody out. We need to dive them and get back there. We need to make sure that all our teammates, our health bars are at max as often as possible, while we're fighting them and all that kind of stuff. Where it's like the healers shouldn't really be in the fight, mainly thinking about the fight. They should be mainly thinking about healing so that their teammates can do the fighting, right? Like that's just what it should be. And it's just really hard to get to that point. And I feel like once you hit bronze 1 and you're playing with bronze 1 and silver and up, it gets a little bit better. But like bronze 2 and bronze 3, man, and they don't be trying to hear it either. They do not be trying to hear nothing you got to say about how to play the game at all. They're just like, you're trash and you don't know how to play that character, and you're on DPS and you don't have that many kills. And it's like, in some cases it do be like that, where it's like, all right, well, they don't got that many kills because maybe they just weren't getting healed and they didn't have enough opportunities to do it. Or they could just be bad, or they could just not be doing anything like that. That's why you watch the replays to see what was going on. or they could just be getting dived by the other team over and over and over again, which has happened to me a lot. And I play Hawkeye and I play a bunch of other characters. I'm playing Bucky today as my DPS, but I'm learning him. But I don't think I did that bad, with him in this match. But it's like you do everything you can, and you hope that everybody else is doing everything that they can. And sometimes people don't. Sometimes people don't be doing nothing. It's crazy. What? All right, let me exit this replay.